Welcome back, traders. It's been a few weeks here. I took a short hiatus there. Lots of things have happened. Bitcoin is quite exciting at the moment. Let's dive in and take a look at what is going on in the Bitcoin universe right now. So, as you can see, since I've been gone here for a little bit, the month of September actually ended up positive. This is the first time that's happened in quite a while. I'll show you the statistics on that here in just a moment. But there's a couple of things that are really interesting here. So this upward channel that I've had on the chart for quite a long time actually, has been respected. Bitcoin came all the way down, touched it, and it's come up to the centerpiece here of that upward channel where it got stopped, came back down, and is resting somewhere in between the middle, the bottom and the middle of this upward channel right now. Now, the thing that is bullish here, other than it being in an upward channel, an overall upward channel, is that this downtrend here, this green downtrend, this has officially been broken now. This is the daily chart. It has been above, it has broken above and stayed above this trend line here for 7 days, almost a week basically now. And you see how it broke it dramatically. It was like hanging out here for 3 days, and then bam, one day just shot up. Second day, it kept going up to almost 29,000, and then came back down to 27, and now is hanging out around 27, almost 28,000. Very good, very bullish. That is looking real good. I'll be even more bullish when we get above this center line on this upward channel and back into the 30,000 range and holding there again. I think we're probably going to see basically the opposite of this little move here, this U shape or this upside down, I guess, U shape here. I think we're going to see the opposite of that coming over here. It's going to kind of go down, and it's going to be a lot slower, but it's going to slowly build up there. I think that's what we're going to see in Bitcoin. But let's look at, September. September ended positive 8.11%. That's the first time that's happened in quite a while. Let's take a look at when the last time that was. The last time that happened was 2016. So it happened in 2015 and then 2016. Those weren't halving years, so I'm not exactly sure. I mean, the 16th was, this 2016 was a halving year, I believe. Yeah, it was. But it doesn't show up here yet for September what happened. But for 2023, we had a plus 0.811%, the highest it's ever been for September, by the way. Anyways, if you look at the only two other times that's happened, 2015 and 2016, the next 3 months, October, November, and December, have been very green. Aside from this one, it's only 3%, but the other two, very, very green in the fourth quarter. The only other time we got green all 3 months was in 2020, which was a halving year as well. History may not repeat itself here, but it's looking pretty good for October, November, and December. And Bitcoin chart is agreeing with that. It's looking pretty good as a setup for Q4 in 2023 this year. So let's look at how the miners are doing. The miners have been hit hard. Look at how Mara on the daily chart has just respected this intense downward channel. And in fact, I need to lengthen this now, make it go further. Let's go a bit. I don't think it's going to continue. I think this support area here is probably going to hold as it did. It came just below it a little bit and then popped right back in right away with this huge engulfing candle to the upside. I think Mara is probably going for this gap fill right here at 854, and then it'll probably lose steam before going sideways, breaking out of this downward channel, and then we'll be on our way up from there. That's what I think is happening right now. I have been solidifying my positions at these lower levels here for Marathon Digital, 4-bit Digital, 4-bit Farms. I've also added Clean Spark to the mix for my investing journey here. Again, this is not financial advice or a suggestion to buy, sell, or hold anything. This is simply what I am doing and what I am looking at and what I am thinking about this trade. So I'm currently bullish. I am buying down in these areas. I feel like this is a good price for Mara for my portfolio. If you feel the same, do whatever you feel is necessary to do in this situation. For me, I am buying my Marathon, as well as my Bit Digital and my Bit Farms. I believe right now I have about 330 Marathon, which isn't a lot. My overall goal, I'm thinking I would like to slowly build up to maybe 500, but if price gets too expensive, Basically anywhere over $10, I'm probably going to stop. Bit Digital. Bit Digital looks a little worse than Marathon Digital, to be honest. It came down in this intense downward channel. It broke beneath it and stayed beneath it. That's why I drew this pink line down here to kind of give a parallel channel of that same one. It somewhat respected that, and now we're back in it. So that is bullish. Technically, for now, we found a bottom. It feels like around 208 or so. We didn't quite make it to the 170, 175. I have accumulated somewhere in the range of 3,000 bit digital. I am currently way down on it. I'm like 35% or so down on it. So that's been pretty painful to see. But I'm in it for the long run. I am holding this until the end of the year, if not the end of next year. That has been decided. I will continue to do that. I'm not concerned. I do like these prices around the $2 range. I'm very happy to pick it up between, anywhere below 250. I'm pretty happy to pick up Bit Digital for my portfolio. Again, not a suggestion to buy, sell, or hold anything. If you think that 222 is a good price for Bit Digital, then that's your decision. I believe it is, and I am buying here. There is still totally a probability, a possibility that Bit Digital could break down to this level here and enter into this support zone because there's not tons of support here. We're building support at 206. We're building it right here, right now, and it looks like it's building strong. Like this is a level that the price does not seem to want to get below, but anything could happen. One big piece of bad news on Bitcoin and this thing comes down, bad news in relation to their Bitcoin production or dilution of shares, and this thing comes down, and there has been that. There has been some dilution of shares. There has been some lack of efficiency in their Bitcoin mining last month. Let's see, how's Bitfarms doing? Bit Farms. So this 109 level didn't quite hold for me. I really thought that was going to be a slingshot level for Bit Farms. You can see it's been following this downward channel and it's still trying to follow it a little bit. I think we might be breaking away from it now because this 109 has been a bit of a magnet. I mean, if you look at this dashed line here, how many of these candles touch it or come very close to touching it other than these two right here? Right now, we need to get above 109. For me to feel bullish on Bitfarms again, we need to get above 109. But I mean, if you picked it up at what, 94 cents, congratulations. That was pretty friggin' sweet. I picked up a few under a dollar, around 97 cents. I felt pretty good about that. But um, I would feel better about that if it were back above 109 and holding. But I do like that it keeps coming to it. The more it comes to it, like once, twice, maybe the third time, it'll come down a bit back down to maybe 196, 195, and then come back to it again. It might break through it on the third one. We'll see. It really depends on what Bitcoin does. Price does need to get above this line, this green line again. It's got to get above it and hold above it, which right now is a big gap, honestly, before I'd be super bullish. But 109 really, once it gets above 109, I'll be feeling good about its stability in this price zone here. But I do have what, like 2,000 Bitfarm shares of Bitfarm. I also have a couple Leap calls on it because I'm experimenting with Leap calls now. That's been very interesting and working out okay for Bitfarms as well as CleanSparks. CleanSpark, I actually don't own any shares of CleanSpark, just I own a Leap call on CleanSpark. CleanSpark, you can see, has also been following this aggressive downward trend. CleanSpark, though, has been clinging to the top of it versus the bottom, so that gives me a little more bullish sentiment in it. Again, we came on the daily all the way down to the bottom of the RSI, and now we're back and going back up. We're above the median line here, the trend line on it, the yellow. We're hanging out around 363, 362, this area. We're hopefully making a base here. We're coming to the bottom of support. Like this is the very bottom of support. If this doesn't hold, then we are probably going down to this support down here in the 270 range. Uh, but that's it. That's it right now. We're looking at Bitcoin is looking bullish in terms of being above the downward trend and working its way up the upward channel. History shows that when we have a good September, which has only happened twice before, so we only have 2 points of data really to look at for that specifically. The fourth quarter is phenomenal in the past. So I don't know if we can necessarily say we're for sure going to have a phenomenal Q4 right now in 2023, but I feel like we can say that it's probably going to be good. I'm feeling bullish for Q4. I'm feeling like my positions are probably going to earn back some of what I lost in the last quarter as prices came down, but that's okay. I'm in accumulation mode right now. I'm waiting for the end of 2024, possibly the end of 2025, and that's when cashing out is going to start happening. So this is the weekend update. Things are looking good. Have a great week and have a profitable day.